Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from Mr. and Mrs. MegaManFan. I hope all of you out there are simply having a wonderful Christmas time or holiday season or whatever you celebrate, or even if you don't. I hope you're all doing well out there. I'm doing well because I hit up the 20% off at half price book sale, which always occurs after Christmas, but I didn't hit the one in my local market. I went somewhere else, and they actually had a Sega Saturn game, Worldwide Soccer 98. Now, I wouldn't call it a rarity or anything other than the fact that stores almost never have Saturn games, but I would say it's rare that it's in this nice of condition. Hinges are good, front case isn't cracked, back case isn't cracked. There's no foam insert on the inside, but the manual is in relatively good shape. The disc looks like it should be a playable copy. I don't see any major gouges or scratches, so I look forward to testing that. And if I had just left with a complete Sega Saturn game in a very nice condition box for 20% off, I would have been happy with that alone, but it does not end there. This is the collector's edition of Soul Calibur 4 for Xbox 360. Now, the slip cover is not in the greatest of condition, but I'm actually quite happy with it because even with that one, I consider relatively minor flaw, it is completely complete on the inside. And we'll start with the game itself. As you can see, card, manual, disc, and the disc looks like, again, should work. Got a few fingerprints on there, but I don't see any deeply disturbing scratches or gouges, so I think that one should be fine. We have a Soul Calibur poster. 900 years old it will be. Yes, I know. Move on, Yoda. We've also got this collectible comic and art book. And we also have what I believe is a t-shirt size extra large that's clearly never been opened. Wouldn't fit me anyway, so I'm not going to open it, but holy shit, that's complete. And there's even a marker in here. I don't think this is part of the set, but somebody left a little marker in here all the same. So if that is part of the set, somebody tell me. I can't see anything that identifies it as being Soul Calibur, but it was in there all the same. So hey, maybe that's just what somebody was using it for, storage to put their pens and pencils in, but this game clearly didn't see much use. And I'm a big fan of the Soul Calibur series, so I would have picked up a Soul Calibur game even if it wasn't a premium collector's edition, even if it wasn't 20% off. So that's just icing on the proverbial cake. And we're not done yet. Yooka-Laylee got some very mixed reviews in its time, but this is less than it sells for digitally, I believe, and even more so than that with 20% off. So why not get a physical disc and give this game a shot? I am definitely going to be picking up the Impossible Lair sequel because that's a side-scrolling platform-based as opposed to 3D platforming-based game, so I will get to that in due course, but thought I would get the first one first, you know what I'm saying? Here we have Splinter Cell Blacklist for $10, and it is complete. Uplay card, instruction manual, disc, and the disc looks to be in working order. Wii U games are always ones that you want to be careful about because you cannot resurface them. They are Blu-ray, so if you resurface them, you are going to remove the data layer on the disc. So I do not recommend ever buying a game from Wii U that is heavily scratched up because it is already toast at that point. Kiss Pinball for $5. Complete. Not the cleanest looking disc I've seen in my time, but I have a good feeling about it, and if not, I can return it at my local half-price books, so I was willing to give it a chance. A sealed DS game, new old stock. Where, oh where did they ever get this from? 7 Wonders 2. This must have been mass-produced because when you look at loose and complete copies on price charting, they go for almost the exact same amount. So this is by no means a rare game, but I was still amused to see a sealed, never opened DS game at a half-price book. So I kind of went, what the hell? Why not? What else do we have in the Christmas haul from Half Price? We've got some Super Nintendo games. National Hockey Night. I'm sure Peter H., the hardcore Canadian, appreciates that. Thank you very much to him and Lisa for their Christmas gift, by the way. The Incredible Hulk. Now, there was obviously some sort of rental sticker on there, but I can live with that for the price. Because with 20% off, it ended up being $6.40. And I have a feeling it went for more than that at one point, so I don't have to have a perfect label. As long as it's a working game, I can be satisfied with that. And Pro Quarterback. As if the Super Nintendo didn't have enough football games. Now I've got one more, and it was only $2.40, so I consider that to be just above the acceptable price range for common as dirt sports games. I'll pay between $2 and $3 for those. Balls! 3D fighting at its ballsiest. I ended up getting this one for $4. Wish it was complete in the box, but it's a Sega Genesis game that I don't have, and those are uncommon enough as it is, so I went for it. And with some Christmas money, I went to Best Buy, and I went for this. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn. Because it was the only Kirby game that came out physically that I didn't have a copy of. Well, of course, except for the Super Famicom game that came out way late in 99 or 2000 that was just a remake of a previous Kirby game. So this is everything that I got with Christmas money from Half Price Books and Best Buy, including the last physical Kirby game that I needed that was not Super Famicom exclusive to Japan. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Again, I want to wish you all the best this holiday season. Hope you're having a great time, and see you all in 2020. Thanks for watching.